If you're a software developer, I'm talking to you. Today, we are gonna review all the different things you need to consider when it comes to move to New Zealand. Specifically, we are gonna be talking about if your skills are in demand. I have great news. Yes, they are. You don't have to believe me. I'm gonna give you actionable steps for you to check if your skills are in demand. But before jumping to that, I will first share what are the different things I'm gonna be talking about in my next episodes. Language communication skills. How good your English need to be in order for you to be able to work and live in New Zealand. Jobs and job search. What are the different jobs that you're gonna be able to find here and how you need to approach your job search. What kind of salaries you can be having here? Are they gonna be enough for you alone or are gonna be good for you and your family? Is your wife or partner needing to work in order for you to be able to have a decent life here? New Zealand, it's an expensive country, but the good news is that salaries for software developers are usually very competitive. Another thing is, what are the visas that you could consider to live and work here in New Zealand. I'm not an immigration advisor, but definitely I can share with you some things that are gonna be useful and send you the specific links where you can check more details. Also, in which city you could be considered living in New Zealand. Auckland is the most popular one maybe, but Wellington is the capital of the country. You can also consider other cities like Hamilton or Christchurch. There are a lot of different cities that you can consider when it comes to work as a software developer. Also, something that I have been asked a lot is how the education works for the ones that have young kids or have kids that are still in school. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that and also about how it works, the health system. I'm gonna be doing a Q&A, live Q&A, also to ask, to answer a lot of your questions. Let's start. Moving to another country, it's not something that you do from one day to the other. Usually it takes a couple of months of research at least. So let's do the first thing, that is go to 3 different websites that are job portals that will tell you if your skills are in demand. The first one is Seek, the second one is Trade Me Jobs, and the last one it's LinkedIn, that you probably know it. So what can you do there? You can go there and start running a search. Start looking for jobs that you think you could do and start understanding what are the different things that are being asked for candidates and see if you have those skills. You now have actionable things you can do to understand if your skills are in demand. Still, I'm gonna tell you what are the different programming languages that are more popular in New Zealand. The first one by far is C#.net. New Zealand, it's a country that use a lot of the Microsoft technology stack, from corporations to startups. Definitely C#.net, it's number 1. Number 2, I could say now that it's JavaScript full stack software developers. Any JavaScript developer using React or Vue.js, Angular, and using Node.js as well, it's definitely something that they're after. The third one, I could say that it's PHP. They use quite a lot the frameworks Laravel and Symfony. Also, of course, Java, it's quite demanded, usually a lot in insurance and bank companies. Those are the main ones. Of course, there's a lot of mobile opportunities as well for iOS native or Android native using Kotlin quite a lot, but also React Native, it's quite popular. So these are just a few of the programming languages that most companies are after, but make sure that when you're going and doing your research and you're finding what are the jobs that you can find here in New Zealand, make sure not only to understand what programming languages that they're after, but what practices. Is test-driven development something that they're after? It's continuous integration and continuous delivery that they're after. Make sure that you are seeing all the different aspects that they look for in a software developer. All the best. See you next week, and make sure to leave comments and questions and I'm gonna get back to you. Make sure to subscribe so you can get the notifications of my new videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.